welcome to Anders Car Reviews. My name is Eric and this is the updated Toyota Corolla. And in terms of updates, well, there aren't that many on the exterior, but it is on the inside or underneath, in terms of especially the hybrid system, which of course I'll get to later. But there are some exterior changes, some interior changes, some safety updates, and of course the hybrid system, the 5th generation. In terms of the exterior, you do have new reshaped headlights. The grille has been slightly changed. There is the GR Sport that also has a bit more of an aggressive shape. 3 different new color options, and I'll put them up on the screen now. Some new rims, new interior features such as the digital gauge cluster and the infotainment system. But the main thing is the 5th generation hybrid system. The rear luggage space, just under 600 liters. And luckily the wheel arches doesn't protrude that much into the luggage space, so you can fit a lot of space to the sides here. The rear seats fall down in the 60-40 configuration. I would much rather have the 40-20-40 configuration, but it is what it is. And let's check out the rear seats. And here we have a bit of a problem. I'm 187 and I actually do hit the roof, especially to the side here. Okay amount of lower thigh support. I would like a bit more than there is, and an okay amount of foot space. The seats have a bit of an indent in them, so you do have some support, but I think there is a pressure point just at the shoulders here, so maybe it would be a bit uncomfortable on long journeys. Very dark in here, but they do have some white stitching here and some metal finishes to brighten up the mood. Let's get into the driver's seat. Alright, the seats are fairly aggressively bolstered, especially on the lower sides here. Pretty aggressive as well up here with the metal finish. And there's, of course, with the GR Sport package, there's the GR Sport, and the seats are a bit more aggressive with red stitching instead of white. Let's start the car. Same steering wheel as in other Toyota models. Buttons, love that. I feel decent. New digital gauge cluster, when you can change how it looks from 2 gauges to 1 gauge. It's 12.3 inches, about 10-inch infotainment screen. Looks really nice, very easily navigatable, and gives you all the necessary information. Quite quick as well. You do have manual controls for your ventilation. Great. Easily reachable as well and readable. And this is the 2-liter Corolla Sports Touring, more powerful, 196 horsepower. The GR Sport package, which doesn't give you any more sporty credentials, but we're in beautiful Malaga on some mountain roads. And you can in the uphill already hear the CVT gearbox work. But do you need anything else in a car like this? It's more than enough for these types of road, and it's a Corolla, it's not a sports car. But let me just take in the road for a few seconds and let you enjoy the view as well. Alright, so we can say that I like the steering. It's pretty neutral, not the most aggressive initial turning, but it's pretty easy to read what it does and what you need to do with the steering wheel to make it turn. And in general, the chassis seems quite normal and neutral in the setup. Of course, towards the understeer it's front wheel driven and so on and so forth, but for the car, for what it is, it does the job well. It doesn't feel uncomfortable on these roads. It's not too soft, not too hard. It absorbs the bumps while still giving you some sort of confidence through the bends. Back to the hybrid system. So the electrical loss has been reduced by 14%, and that's thanks to a new cooling system, a more powerful or energy dense lithium-ion battery, which is 14% more powerful. The viscosity in some of the gearing has been lowered, the oil is different, and the whole package has been lightened as well. The electrical control unit of this whole system has also been re-controlled to give you a better driving feel in a lot of different driving situations. So uphill, giving you a better response, driving on a highway, being in lower revs. So a lot of different, not only mechanical but also electrical aspects of the hybrid system has been revamped, changed completely to make it into a completely new generation, a more efficient hybrid system. What I like about Toyota is their philosophy with the right car, the right model, the right engine for the right customer. So this is a full hybrid, but there's also plug-in hybrid models, and there are even electric options. And with the 5th generation, they are still continuing their quest of lowering fuel consumption, lowering emissions, while still offering the freedom of choice for the customer. Not everyone can afford the latest generation of electric vehicles. And in the 1.8, you definitely feel not the lack of horsepower, but that you have less horsepower. It's cheaper, it's slightly more fuel efficient. I noticed, especially on the highway, when you go over 100 on some coarse roads, these alloys with 18-inch really transfer noise into the cabin a lot. The 5th generation hybrid system in the facelifted Toyota Corolla just continues on the refinement of the Toyota hybrid system, the Toyota Corolla experience, and their approach to hybrid and electricity. I really like that Toyota continues on with hybrids and realize not everyone can afford an electric vehicle, and offers a really solid, fuel-efficient hybrid vehicle, continues to push on that technology. One of the most best-selling cars in the world, if not the best-selling car in the world. And with this update, they're still being modern, up there with anything else on the market, but with a more attractive hybrid system.